Welcome to the podcast where markets meet perspective. I'm Manuela, your host. Together with my father, who shares his analytical market insights, we break down commodities, equities, geopolitics, and market sentiment. This content is for educational and informational purposes only, not investment advice.
Welcome everyone to the next section of our weekly podcast. Now we'll be discussing the geopolitical changes that have been happening throughout this week. And I think you have a lot, right?
Yeah, quite a lot. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start right away. Visible?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we start with Uzbekistan. They made preparations to start the construction of the second nuclear power plant. So that's quite good news for uranium investors. You see little countries like this also stepping in uranium space. So that's a good sign. Then here tankers are not only get bombed, but they also being hijacked. So this is the second hijacked in 4 days. Sorry. This is not rare. It happens, especially in the neighborhood of the Horn of Africa. It happens so now and then. Also, the Dutch Marine is quite often there to protect the ships from getting hijacked. But this is, this adds to all the troubles that is in that area.
Yeah.
So that is why I want to highlight it. This is a fun message, at least a little bit funny, that Chinese passenger cars to Russia is then I must say the electric Chinese passenger cars is the biggest export to any country yet. So even the Russians buy more Chinese cars than the UK and Belgium together.
Oh.
So that's quite large. According to Oxford Economics, the Ukraine will lose GDP, so trade, in 2026 and 2027. Yeah, that's not strange because the Russians bombed Odessa. That is a big port in the Black Sea, and that hit their grain export. And Ukraine is largely dependent on grain exports. So yeah, 90% of all the grains are going through these ports. So that's hitting them hard. So 2% of the total GDP.
Yeah, but also the war in general, I'm assuming it's gonna be good for GDP for any country.
Of course. Yeah. Then here, Syria is maybe joining the Middle East NATO, let's say. They're forming, there are a couple of countries like Turkey. They're forming a kind of NATO pact, also with Pakistan. And Syria is now probably joining. So that's quite interesting news. Then Morocco is fighting about Quetta and Melilla, that are enclaves in Africa, in Morocco. And they're saying this is our land and we want that from, we claim that from Spain. Spain doesn't want that, of course. So they are fighting a little bit about that. Then another country wants to join the NATO pact of the Middle East, and that is Bangladesh. So they also voicing it. Yeah, we want to join maybe also. And then this is quite interesting. Nigeria has a big refinery. It's called the Dangote refinery. I believe it's from a very rich African guy that builds, that has already a refinery and also want to build a very large refinery in Kenya, I believe. But you see, seaborne export rose from 46,000 to 350,000 barrels per day. So
Yeah,
that's
that's quite a lot in 3 years'
quite a lot.
time.
Yeah. So that's remarkable. Europe can profit from that. It's 130,000 barrels per day they can have, and Africa will take 120 barrels per day, and the imports to Africa will drop by this. So it's quite significant what they do there. Then this message is data centers in Australia. In 10 years' time, they will make up 13% of the total electricity consumption. So for all people that are doing AI, be aware it costs
Also
energy.
included.
Yeah, it costs electricity. It
Yeah, it
costs
costs a
water
lot of
consumption. Yeah,
electricity, a lot of water.
yeah. So
But
be aware of that. Yeah. So mostly they blame oil companies for the CO2,
mhm.
but nowadays tech companies also have to be blamed for the CO2 if you want to
I
blame
don't think
anyone.
blame is the right word. That's how a lot of people will put it.
Yeah,
But in the end of the day, it's about supply and demand. And people demand oil and oil products. And people also now demand AI and technical products. So is it then
yeah,
the
but
companies or?
no, I'm not agreeing what I said right now. Of
Mm,
course, it's a
yeah,
little bit cynical,
yeah,
but um, how do I view this? I think people have to be more aware that everything you do costs energy.
yeah, of course.
So if you want to blame somebody, also if you point to one guy, four fingers pointing at you.
Mhm.
So be aware of your own behavior. That is more my take on this. When we go to the next, is that okay?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course, yeah.
Yeah, maybe you want something to discuss.
I'm too
Saudi
strict.
Arabia and France sign mega deals. That's quite important. So Schlumberger and Vallourec made a deal with Aramco for piping, oil and gas equipment and piping. That's quite large, 3.7 billion. Yeah, Aramco Digital are going and see with the Dassault. That's a big company in France that also make fighter jets. And Alstom, they probably they want to have some metro trains in Riyadh, so they're also going to develop that. Then, yeah, Russia is really hurting in the diesel output. They normally was the biggest exporter of diesel in the world. Now they one of the smallest probably because they are importing it,
Mhm.
and they are importing it from Turkey now. That's quite significant, to be honest. Then there was a message about a plane that flew to Moscow. That was a military plane of the US. And yeah, suspicions are that Americans are talking with the Russians.
Mhm.
Yeah, to reopen diplomatic communication channels. I think yeah, that's really necessary to end this stupid war in Ukraine. I hope they come to an agreement. In what form it comes, I don't mind, but
Mhm.
this is not good for either sides, and also for escalation to Europe. We have to
Yeah.
be very aware of that. It's going escalating more and more and more, and poking the Russian bear is never a good thing to do. Then Washington announces extensive new sanctions against Iran. So they can't win it with a war, probably. So they are now going to do economic sanctions against Iran. Or that includes China, but China says, of course, yeah, you can't threaten me. I just want the oil from Iran, and we are going to do what we always do. So, yeah, you can sanction what you want, but we don't mind, to be honest. And we do counter measurements.
Yeah.
Measures, I must say. Then this is remarkable. Japan is getting a little bit nervous, and they are helping the Middle East now to build pipelines. So the Strait of Hormuz can be bypassed. So that was quite interesting.
Yeah, because they really have an energy shortage now, Japan.
Not really a shortage, but in the future it could be, yeah. So they,
like a shortage of pathways.
Shortage of energy supplies. That they are very depending on energy. If it's from, they don't have own resources, so they don't have uranium, they don't have gas, they don't have oil.
Yeah.
So all the energy related things, they don't have coal, they don't have copper, they don't have anything. So they are getting nervous for the future. That is what this is telling me. So they want to have friendships there and some food behind between the door to get the supplies to Japan. So that is more the case. Then Iran and Oman is becoming friends, or I don't know if you can say friends, but they are working together to a plan that shipping is possible, restoring safe shipping, it's said here. Probably this plan involves some fees to be paid to sail through the strait. So yeah, let's see what happens here if that plan comes to fruition. Then here you have it again. This is what I said, don't poke the Russian bear. They are getting a little bit mad, and they are threatening the UK now. The UK wants to block Russian ships, oil ships that are sailing to, for example, India. They have to sail through the North Sea. And they are blocking it now because of sanctions, and Russia says, yeah, we don't accept that. We are going to take counter measures against the UK.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's getting a little bit. They are getting a little bit frustrated now. That is this message. That was it for the geopolitical session.
Okay, thank you. Then we see each other in the next section.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Bye. If you're finding this video helpful, please consider liking the video and subscribing to our channel. Your support helps the channel grow and allows us to continue creating valuable content. Thank you for watching.
Thanks for watching. If you want deeper market insights, model portfolios and high-quality research, make sure to visit the InvestorAssistancePro.com website and subscribe to our paid services. We should remind you that we do not provide investment advice in all our services. For free tools, tips and educational content, check out beleggershulp.nl. If you found this video valuable, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.